Hola, bienvenidos a Español. Welcome to Lower Level Spanish at the University of Texas at Arlington. This is video 4 in the introductory video series and strictly applies to web-based courses. In this video, we will review the basics of the Connect writing and speaking assignments. Depending on the course that you're taking, you'll either have both of these assignments or will alternate between these assignments for each chapter in the course. Let's head over to Blackboard to see how to access these assignments. Go to elearn.uta.edu, log on with your NetID and password, and access your course. Once inside your course in Blackboard, you go to the Course Materials area. For this video, we'll start in Capítulo 4 de Compras. Inside the chapter, we'll select Capítulo 4 Writing Assessment. Then follow the steps to arrive to the assignment by clicking Launch, Start Assignment, and Go. Once inside, there are a few things to note. 1. The first question is an introductory question that ensures that you have all the materials ready to complete the assignment and that you understand the course policies that prohibit the use of outside resources, even to just proofread, look up a word, or any other use of an outside resource. Please note that these assessments have been written so as to make the most use of the chapter grammar and vocabulary. Unless otherwise stated in the instructions, the only resource that you will need to complete the assignment are the Invenzumen pages. These assessments are the next step toward mastering the content of the chapter and thus better preparing yourself for the chapter test and midterm or final exam. Thus, the use of outside resources is not only prohibited, but also using outside resources will not help you to do as well on the test and midterm or final, and put you in jeopardy of being reported to the Office of Student Conduct, which may result in suspension or expulsion from the university. For the writing assessment, you will be presented with a list of questions that you must answer individually in complete sentences. Once you have answered each of these individual sentences, then you'll be asked to combine your answers into a paragraph format while adding connecting words as appropriate. For the paragraph, you may combine separate sentences into a longer sentence. However, when doing so, be sure that you do not change the grammar or vocabulary structure substantially of the original sentence. Once you have completed the assignment, you should be sure to click Submit to ensure that your instructor is able to grade the assignment. Once the assignment has been submitted, your instructor may grade it early before the due date. Now let's take a look at the speaking assessment. Similar to the writing assessment, you will have a preliminary question to get you all set to go for the assignment, along with a reminder about the prohibition of outside resources. Once you access the speaking assessment, you will again be requested to respond to each question with a complete sentence. Once you finish, then you will be requested to record your responses, while incorporating connecting words as appropriate. One tip to remind yourself which connecting words you'd like to include: some students have chosen in the past to include the connecting words in the response boxes above. When you're ready to record, simply click Record. If this is your first time using the record button, or if you cleared your cache recently, you may be asked to set up your microphone, in which case you'll need to make sure that the microphone volume level is at the highest level and that you have selected for the privacy settings to allow and to remember, before clicking OK and exiting out of the pop-up box. Once you have made your recording, be sure to listen to it to ensure that it did in fact record your voice and that you are able to clearly understand what is said. If the recording is distorted or you are unable to hear yourself clearly, please be sure to re-record your answer. Once finished, be sure to click Save, and then click Submit up at the top, so your instructor can grade the assignment. As a reminder, your instructor may grade the assignment once it's been submitted, regardless of if it's before the due date or not. After your instructor grades one of these assessments, be sure to review your instructor's feedback. You can find it the same way that you find the report for the Connect Preparaciones and Repaso assignments, your Connect homepage or from Blackboard. Inside of Blackboard, you'll select Grades. Then select Graded, and find the assignment that you would like feedback on. Click on the assignment name, and then click on one of the grades. Then click Launch to be taken to Connect to review the report. Inside of Connect, click the assignment, Now remember that you must select the second question in order to review the feedback on the writing assignment or on the speaking assignment. As I review this instructor feedback, I may see it in written format, or audio, or both. This feedback will be very helpful as you prepare for writing and speaking assessments in the future, as well as while preparing for future exams such as the midterm or final exam. That's it for this video over the writing and speaking assessments. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your instructor.